Welcome back to Social Views. Okay, so before the break, we were learning a little bit more about the product that Real Estate Worldwide has created. And I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to attend a Real Estate Worldwide event up in Scottsdale, and it was really incredible. It was incredible as a person who's not involved in real estate to hear some of the things that you talked about, because they were things that definitely could apply to anyone being successful. It was also really fascinating to me because I love systems. I love things that are efficient and that are automated. It makes me a little bit crazy when things are done archaic.
Right.
And so to see the product up on the screen and to have you walk through and show how it worked, I thought was really fascinating. So I want you to share a little bit more about how it works, because again, we're on radio and so they can't see.
No, I totally get it. I can tell you that a couple things. One, it's really difficult for people want this to be more complicated than it really is. And one of the things that the system does is it really just breaks it down to the bottom line. And the bottom line in this market, and in my opinion, humble opinion, in any market, is as a real estate investor, I just want to deal with the people that are truly buying. Everything else to me is just noise. So what the system does is it goes out every 14 days and it pulls all of the information from all over the country, everybody that just paid cash for a property. And you literally log into the system and you tell it you want to find everybody, and just for argument's sake, show me everybody that in Maricopa County in the last 90 days paid cash for a property between the price of $100,000 and $500,000, commercial or residential, whatever you want, and hit search. And now rather than you go spend 20 or 30 or 40 hours down at the tax assessor's office trying to look this data up, we'll bring you all that information instantly. Well, what would have taken you all that time, it now happens in about 5 seconds. And that information is so unbelievably powerful because now you're well ahead of the game.
Okay, so now with that information, what do I do?
Well, now you turn around and, again, just because this was designed with us in mind, it was never designed to be a software product that we took out to the world. It just kind of evolved into that. What we wanted it to be was very simple for us. So you simply select the buyers that you can see right there on the screen are the most active buyers. And by the way, on that screen, what you can see is the buyer's name, the buyer's mailing address, the buyer's phone number, the property address that they just purchased, the sales price that they just paid, and the date they closed. So now you just select the buyers that you want to market to, and you hit a couple buttons, a couple mouse clicks, and instantly our most effective marketing piece that we have time tested over the last 8 years, and is literally how we've done thousands of transactions. We know this is the best marketing piece. It's now available right to our investors, right to our students. So they hit the button, the letters are immediately created for all those buyers, and they hit another button, and the letters are out the door, being mailed automatically.
So they can be sent through your system?
They can be sent directly through our system.
So I don't have to put them in an envelope, stamp them, take them to the mailbox? They're just...
You don't have to do that, because that's the kind of stuff that, personally, as a business owner, I don't think I want to be doing. So because I don't want to be doing it, we certainly provide the same technology to all of our students and say, you don't want to be doing this. Why would you do it if you could press a button and have it done for you?
Okay, so you found people that obviously have cash and that are interested and motivated to buy homes. They're obviously investors.
Right.
And you've got the system to send them letters. You've got all of that taken care of. But how do let's say I'm one of your students, how do I have houses to sell them?
And that's all in the training. So that's where the training kicks in. So literally what we walk you through, the next steps are, okay, now that you have the buyers, now that you've built a relationship the way we've trained you to do it, what we call the next step is we go shopping versus selling. So now I know exactly what my buyers want to buy. So I then, through our systems, can go out and motivate an army of people, other realtors, other real estate investors, do direct seller marketing. There's a million different ways to find deals right now in any market. Contrary to what anybody would tell you, there are always deals to be found. And we show you exactly how to go get those deals, put them under contract, and turn around and quickly flip them back to that buyer.
So if I were a student of yours,
right,
how long would I be holding on to a property before it's flipped?
Less than an hour.
Less than an hour?
Right. You literally don't put it under contract unless you know you've already got it pre-sold to your cash buyer. So that's all the risk is taken out of the equation. And again, it's all there to break it down. We don't do anything with risk. We want to make sure that everybody's covered A to Z. So we walk our students on exactly how to do that. And we're providing a service. As real estate investors, the service we're providing is there are thousands, tens of thousands of cash buyers in this market right now. They want and need people like ourselves they want to buy our inventory. So what we want to do is go get the inventory to in turn sell it to them. And the way these wholesale deals, this is not a retail real estate transaction, the way these wholesale deals are set up is literally to put it under contract and quickly flip that contract to a cash buyer. And cash buyers, again, these are not retail buyers. These are investors. And in a lot of cases, they're very savvy real estate investors. So they understand exactly what they want.
So since they are savvy buyers, why would they even need me? Why do I need to be even in the
Because
equation?
being a savvy buyer doesn't necessarily mean that buying real estate is your full-time job. A lot of times what we've found over the last few years in doing this is that cash buyers are business executives. They're doctors, lawyers, dentists, CPAs, the list goes on and on and on. What they have is they have money, obviously means, and they've gotten hurt in their other investments over the last few years. Their investments did exactly what a lot of other people's investments did. But they also see exactly what we see, and that is America's on sale right now. It's still, huge discounts in markets all over the country. And so they're taking the cash that they have, and they are staking their claim. They're trying to buy their piece of the American dream. Let me go buy this real estate so I can build generational wealth. And in fact, they don't necessarily have the time to go find the deals. So if we can step in and help them find those deals as real estate investors, there's an opportunity for not only us to profit, but for us to help them in what they're trying to accomplish as well.
Now, when I was at the event up in Scottsdale, you talked about the fact that the letters, people really can't modify the content in the letters. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And is that to protect them? What is the reason for that?
Well, it's certainly to protect them in some regards, meaning that, the letters are certainly safe, they've been approved, attorney approved, all that kind of stuff. But the bigger thing is protect them from themselves. A lot of people want to outthink and make this a lot more difficult than it is. And I've got no problem telling people that, listen, we've spent a lot of money testing this over the years in our own business. It just works. And trust us, trust the system, because if you will send the letters, you'll get the calls. And the more tweaking and testing and changing, you can certainly do that, but you can't do it in the system. You'll have to export the information out and go do whatever you want to do with it.
For people that want to learn more about this, and if they wanted to attend one of your events, which when you're there at the event and you're able to, you brought different people up on the stage and they kind of talked about their experience as one of your students. How could they participate in this?
The easiest way to learn more about us and to attend one of our events is go to www.myrew.com. Stands for Real Estate Worldwide. So myrew.com. Or you can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/myREWW. And in there you'll see all the information about our upcoming events and how to get involved with us and how to take a little demo of the system. It's all there for you, everything you'd ever want to know.
Now, a lot of my listeners, we're here in Scottsdale, Arizona, but many of my listeners are all over the country.
Right.
So is there opportunities for them to attend events outside of Arizona?
We are quickly beginning to push our events out to other cities, so I can tell you, stay tuned. Then in the next few weeks, you will absolutely start to see other cities popping up on that site as well. And if your listeners want to encourage us and bring us into other cities and say, hey, Kent, come, I want to see you in Chicago, or I want to see you in Dallas, and let us hear about it. We'll certainly put it on the calendar and get out there.
That's fantastic. That's great. I was invited by a couple friends, and I was amazed by how much information from not from a real estate perspective, but I actually picked up a lot of tips from you. And so we're going to go to our break, but when we come back, I want to get inside of your head. I want to talk about your internet marketing formulas. I want to talk about how you built an opt-in email list from 10,000 to over 170,000. I mean, that's fascinating. So when we get back, I want to talk about those things. This is Social Views. I'm Christina Wagner, my guest, Kent Clothier, and we will be back in 2 minutes.